1976. Across our land, a new beginning is underway. Jimmy Carter's candidacy is truly of the people and for the people.
James Earl Carter, 39th President of the United States of America from 1977 to 1981. In terms of presidential character, Jimmy Carter was outstanding. He was a humble, common man who built himself as a political outsider. He remained honest, sincere, and dedicated to his Christian morals. Though he didn't have much ambition, he did his job because he wanted to serve the American people. Carter was an idealist and dedicated to his policy and being able to control it. In his White House, he used a very ad hoc structure at first, eventually transforming to a chaotic version of the circular structure. For his first 2 years, he didn't even have a chief of staff, but starting in 1979, he had Hamilton Jordan, a top campaign aide. When working with Congress, he was dogged, determined, and wouldn't shake from his original positions. When Congress tax committees transformed his tax plan into pork and special interest favors, he called the committees a pack of ravenous wolves. Though when running for governor of Georgia, he'd gained the support of some segregationists, by the time he was president, Carter supported civil rights and equality.
That the time for racial discrimination is over.
Though Carter supported many spending cuts, he also promoted an increase in Social Security. He established a national energy policy, reduced dependence on foreign oil, and created the Department of Education. Carter was unique within his party and in the general American political scene. So as a result, he had to veto many budget plans, some for having too much pork, some just because they didn't support his ideas. And while his ideas for reduction of dependence on foreign oil were good for the American people, the way he went about it was not well taken. He went on national TV in a fireside chat, promoting people to turn down their thermostats and wear sweaters, he himself wearing a cardigan.
Learn to live thriftily and remember the importance of helping our neighbors, then we can find ways to adjust.
Though Carter was initially well-liked, the press began to turn on him. He responded to all his scandals with firings in order to protect the image of his administration in office. When he succeeded with one of his policies, the media, and hence the public, often didn't give him credit where credit was due. The event most indicative of the media's attitude towards Carter was what was dubbed the Killer Rabbit Attack. While on a fishing trip, Carter's boat was approached by a swamp rabbit swimming quickly towards him. From a distance, photographs were taken of the president shooing the rabbit away with his paddle. It somehow became a major news story, especially after the White House wouldn't allow them to release official photos of the event. The prominence of the Killer Rabbit story shows that the media did not trust Carter, disrespected him, and viewed him as weak and a wimp. Forever an idealist, Carter supported an end to the old policy of having dictators take charge in order to preserve American interests in foreign countries. However, without this foreign support, he faced many problems, such as the Iranian hostage crisis. But while Carter had his foreign policy woes, he also had his successes, especially the Camp David Accords, where he managed to broker a peace deal between Israel and Egypt. The debates raged on for 13 days, and there was one point where Carter physically blocked the exit to the debate room and told the leaders of the two countries that he would not let them leave until they made more compromises and came closer to a deal. Carter lost in a landslide defeat trying to run against Ronald Reagan, running for his second term. But, while he didn't win again, he didn't stop there. Carter promoted aid work, working with Habitat for Humanity and helping to eradicate the spread of guinea worm. Jimmy Carter was a lot of things. He was a micromanager, an idealist, a Democrat, a Christian, but above all else, he was a president.
I have a vision of America, a vision that has grown and ripened as I've traveled and talked and listened and learned and gotten to know the people of this country. I see an America poised not only at the beginning of a new century, but at the brink of a long new era of more effective and efficient and sensitive and competent government. I see an America that has turned away from scandals and corruption. I see an American president who governs with vigor and with vision and affirmative leadership. A president who is not isolated from our people, but a president who feels your pain and who shares your dreams. I see an America on the move again, united, its wounds healed, an America entering its third century with confidence and competence and compassion, an America that lives up to the majesty of its Constitution and the simple decency of its people. This is my vision of America. I hope you share it, and I hope you will help me fight for it.
On November 2nd, vote for Jimmy Carter.